I'm Daria Folsom.
And I'm Mark Dan, and we want to start with a breaking news story that we're following right now with travel ripple effects across the country. A live look here at Chicago O'Hare Airport right now, where all flights in and out of the airport are halted. There was a fire at the Air Control Center in Aurora, Illinois, that controls the airspace over the Chicago area. So all flights in and out of O'Hare and Midway stopped right now. One person was hurt in the fire in the control center. This is the second time since May there's been an incident like this, but a ripple effect all across the nation as these two airports combine, controlling a majority of the air traffic across the country, and now no flights in and out of Midway or O'Hare.
Yeah, we want to mention that this is affecting dozens, scores of flights at this hour. There are close to 100 cancellations, close to 100 delays, and they're going to keep coming. As this map shows you from the FAA, the swirl of flights that were all stopped. Chicago's O'Hare is right in the middle there of the map.
You can see how everything's cleared out around O'Hare right now. Normally that airspace would have all the air traffic that you're seeing sweeping around the area and are being controlled by other air control centers right now, as nothing's going in and out of those two airports.
And just as luck would have it, Mike Pelton is trying to leave on vacation and Cron pulls him back in. He's at SFO. You were actually trying to get to Chicago, and now you can report for us. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Daria. So much for having a nice, easy trip over to Chicago for the weekend. Sitting here in one of the terminals, we were scheduled to go to Chicago at 6:20 this morning, a Southwest nonstop flight into Chicago Midway. Right as we got to the airport, about 5 o'clock this morning, started to see some rumblings on social media that there were issues going into and out of the Chicago area. Because I happened to be looking on social media, I'd say I probably had a good half an hour heads up from maybe some other passengers who were not officially told by the gate agents what the issues were until just a short time ago, really. And Daria, I do have to mention that I was one of the first people in line to rebook my flight, so I'm now going into Milwaukee opposed to going into Chicago. But there's about, ballpark range here, 75 people or so stuck at the gate right now trying to figure out where they're going, if they're going to get there in time for whether it's a meeting or a family event. Interesting story, Daria. The passenger in front of me, the gate agent told him, "Would you want to rebook this flight? You can take the same flight to Midway tomorrow morning." And he asked, "Well, can we go to Chicago tomorrow morning?" And the gate agent said, "Well, I don't know." So there's a lot of confusion at this point as to exactly when that airspace is going to reopen or when the airports are going to reopen and when people can actually get into Chicago. If you can't go to Chicago, where else are you going to go?
And Mike, have you seen a board, Mike? Are the cancellations mounting there?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of cancellations so far, and it was just about 5 minutes ago that Southwest officially canceled that flight I was on at 6:20, although the gate agent told us well before then that to expect that flight to get canceled. At this point, I'm walking over to one of the flight boards as we speak. Right now to Chicago Midway, at least in Terminal 1, only our flight at 6:20 has been canceled, but the next one is not scheduled until 11:10 this morning. Supposedly they're going to take a look and see what happens over the next few hours. But right now in Terminal 1, I'm seeing one cancellation on the flight board.
But actually, you said they're not telling the people, wait at the airport and we'll get you out on that 11 o'clock flight, are they?
No, they told me it's probably best to either go to another city, which is what I'm doing, going to Milwaukee and then driving down to Chicago, or perhaps rebooking tomorrow. But again, that other passenger asked, are we going to be able to go to Chicago tomorrow? And that's uncertain whether this is going to take another hour to resolve or another day. Who knows at this point?
Yeah, at least, Mike, at least Milwaukee's very close. And the story's getting even stranger because now we're getting reports that the person who was injured in this fire was found in the basement of this building with self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
So there's a big investigation going on at the Aurora Air Flight Control Center, Chicago Center as it's called. And with the fire, we don't know how much damage was done. So there's a lot of unknowns as to how long this is going to take. But latest information was they pulled a man from the basement of this building with self-inflicted wounds. They're saying not gunshot wounds, but self-inflicted wounds.
But you've got to think, as soon as they can secure the area, and if they determine that was an isolated, incident that happened, like you said, once they address the damage, this is a busy, the busiest when you consider what this handles with the two airports. They got to get that back up and running.
Yeah, but the question is how much damage is done. They could probably start to hand it off to some other control centers once they bring in extra air traffic controllers.
Right.
But in the meantime, no one knows the estimated time at the Chicago Center. We'll be back in business. And don't forget, there are flights almost hourly actually from Oakland over to Midway on Southwest. So both of those airports, Midway and O'Hare, are widely used by all three Bay Area airports.
Meantime, I'm wondering, do we pay Mike Pelton? Because really he was on vacation going to Chicago, but now he's reporting. We'll figure that out. I think we should.
You think you should fill out his timesheet for him. All right.